Hey, what's up? I want to share a project I've been working on as I started building more websites and products with AI. I have this problem where I get the design like 80% to where I want it. And then inevitably I kind of have to go, back and forth between Cursor or my IDE or Claude and the website in the browser. And I'll just take you through what my workflow kind of looks like. It's kind of ridiculous. I recognize I take 1,000 screenshots a day, and I open that screenshot up, and then I will highlight it. And in the case of this particular edit, I might want to just have everything top aligned, not this one card aligned to the bottom. And I use this visual reference and come into Claude or Cursor and say, on the demo page, I want to make sure that these cards are aligned to the top. Check out my image for reference. Okay? And I've been doing this for a while. And honestly, it works pretty well. But there's a couple problems with this. It's like laborious. Like I kind of have to, do this over and over again. Number two is, what's number two? Well, it's just laborious. Oh, I remember now. Oftentimes, there's 4 or 5 things I want to do at once. And I have to keep going back and forth and I just get dizzy. So I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if I could build a tool that can accomplish, passing this context to Cursor, so that I could make a bunch of visual edits at once. And so I have. It's a little tool I call Drawbridge. And the idea is it's like Figma comments, but for the browser. So if you wanted to say change these cards, you could select this DOM and it would say change the cards in this section to be top aligned. Okay? And then what it does is it puts a little card down here and I've created a task. And then what we're doing on the back end is we're actually capturing this task in Cursor. We present it in a markdown file, so it's really easy to just see what comes in. But then, let me accept that. On the back end, we're actually getting a really context-rich, I don't know what this is, glob of information about that area on the page. So this is effectively coming from the DOM. So I can see, which ID this is, what the classes of this selection are. It kind of knows where I'm talking about, and then I'm giving it the context of my comment. I'm also taking a screenshot. So in one fell swoop, I'm providing a ton of context to Cursor. And that way I don't have to go back and forth. And what's cool is I can do a bunch of these in one fell swoop. So I can say let's make this button green to match the other CTAs on the page. Okay. I'll say fix the typo in this. That should be good enough. Right? So I've got a couple of these. And now I'll show you how it works. So it basically just runs on a cursor rule. And this was really inspired by AI dev tasks, which is a really great stripped down task-based cursor workflow. That one's a lot more elegant than mine. This was really rough, but it kind of works. So if I come in here and I just say bridge, it should look for the tasks in my moat. So you can see, okay, this is called a moat, drawbridge moat. I know. But what's neat is it starts to look at these tasks and starts to process them based on the rules in the workflow. Okay? And hopefully what it should do is as it processes the tasks, it'll update the status here so you can see what's going from to do, doing, and done. And then it's going to start working on these. So it says task 2 complete. Now, this is just an HTML CSS page, so there's no hot reload or anything here. But on a JavaScript, or I'm sorry, on a React page, or like a TypeScript project, this would instantly reload. So it's kind of cool. You can see stuff changing in real time. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what's popping. And again, I'm just checking here so I can see that it's already changing these things. All right, so it says it's done. And you can see it also updates the status in the JSON file. Now, okay, cool. Everything here has been moved to done. This is a little buggy. Doesn't quite get the doing, but anyways, let's just see if it worked. Okay. This one worked. We got the green. I think this was a spelling error that we fixed. And then I can go in here, I can check typo, this button green, and then these cards. This one did not work. So let's try this one again. All right, so let's see, say like, okay, I just didn't get the right container. I was too wide. So align all the cards in this container to the top. Let's just try that again. Okay, and then I'm gonna just come in here, I'm gonna do bridge. Yabba dabba da. Anyways, this is basically it. It's not perfect. It's a rough idea. I had a lot of fun building this. Just a couple other things we built into this, I built into this, is having this thing dock to the right, to the left, or to the bottom. Would love feedback on this. It does kind of cover the page, but on one hand, this is nice to kind of have the options, because dev tools like in Chrome will often like change the width of the page that I'm working on, and I don't like popping it out so much. So again, this is super simple, but one thing to try. Would love feedback on that. And then you can go into light or dark mode to manage this, depending on what your preferences are. I really like dark mode, so that's what I went with. All right, let's see. Cool, task 4 complete, and then let's see, did it fix it? It did! Yo! Cool. All right, so this is Drawbridge. Yeah, want to share this out. I'll put the GitHub somewhere. And yeah, I would love to know if you find this helpful. I would love to know if you're able to use this. If something's not clear, let me know. Just trying to help people understand how best to work with AI, especially on the design and the front end of things. So if you find this helpful, let me know. Help me help you. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.